Hi bestie! I just quickly wanted to let you know that the Deck Doctor service is available through Patreon. So for more information like rates and how to request the service, I put a link to the post in the description of the video. Alright, now let's get into episode 2 of Deck Doctor. Yo, what's up besties? Welcome to another Deck Doctor video, episode 2. Today we're helping out Spike McGurk with their Esper Aggro list for best of 1. Alright, this is their little message. Anyway, there's the deck. I'm not a big meta gamer. The fun for me is playing what I like and try to make it work. I think limitation breeds creativity, but this deck just feels so close to what it could be, but I'm not getting there. The theme is pretty simple. It's about getting out the big, cheap creatures to bully the board stake, shake down heavy Reservoir Kraken. These guys rarely get the opportunity to go face, that's true. But gaining card advantage and fishy tokens helps to set up for other smaller creatures like Ledger Shredder and the Bastard, my nickname for Tenacious Underdog. To get some damage in while keeping my big boys for blockers. Shelly and Quasar are besties, and if they're both out and the card draw engine gets going, things feel good. Word. I like Shelly in there. That's a good sign. Okay, there are like 8 removal spells. The Void Rends are absolute must-haves, especially in the Halijin meta. I'm assuming that's more relevant for like best of 1 than it is for like best of 3. I'm thinking I might need more control instead of straight removal in the form of maybe Wandering Emperor or some counter spells, but I'm not sure. I primarily play best of 1, I don't have a sideboard. I think maybe developing a sideboard could help me narrow down the possibility of cards to include and give me a more stable data set when I want to make swaps since they wouldn't be so arbitrary. Okay. That's what I got for you. Thanks for taking the time to help out a bestie in need. You're welcome, bestie. Some cards that feel weak and out of place are good candidates for removal are the Undercover Operative and the Hullbreaker Horror. Also have the Esper Traum in there and a couple other Ender stat lands that may slow the deck down too much, I fear. Okay. Let's have a look at the deck. Alright, obviously I think I might just stick to best of 1 on this one. Purely to, like, increase the win rate. Like, I think the second I swap the best of 3 with this, you overcomplicate things, and, like, people sideboard very easily against aggro decks. I kind of just don't want us to get, like, hit by that. I think with these decks that are so, like, off meta and try to do something different, your best bet's best of 1 compared to best of 3. So I think I'm gonna stick to that. Anyways, this is Quasar. Didn't know what that card was. Never seen it before. Whenever you draw a card, target will lose 1 life and gain 1 life. Oh my god, the foreshadowing of Shelly. Holy shit. Right. These two together, already cute. So there are also 2 cards they felt kind of awkward about, which is Undercover Operative and Hullbreaker. But I think the whole idea of the deck is like, play these boys, draw cards or creatures because of them, are behind us blockers while like the small besties, like the exotic pets, Ledger Shredder, and underdogs get in. Rafine. I mean, for me, it's always like, when I'm trying to improve these decks, like Deck Doctor vibes, I see like very, very powerful cards. And I'm very tempted to throw like more in there. Like I could immediately see this list go up to like 4 Rafines. The Vermin, target player mills 2 cards, die star creature control, you don't throw with mine. Like that could easily be replaced with some Rafines. You want to play like an aggro game plan, so maybe like the curve needs to improve there as well. Like maybe we need some more powerful like 1-drops if we want to do that. I'm also not sure if I can see like exotic pets. There's not really any like counters in here outside of like Ledger Shredder. I kind of want to stay true to the idea though. Like the theme of the deck is like big boys as blockers, which would be the Kraken and the Shakedown Heavy. So I kind of want to keep those in the deck, and then having the small ones go face. So that would be Ledger, Underdog, and whatever else we put in that small. Alright. The lands, too many tap lands is what they were afraid of. How many lands do we have here? 25. Wow, that seems very, very heavy considering this is a best of 1 deck. Alright. Let's go queue this up in best of 1 and see how it plays. Let's do that. I'm just gonna like queue this up in like a constructed best of 1 event. Alright, here we go guys. Spike McGurk's Esper, big boys and small boys. That might be the right name for it. I like the idea. I like the general concept and I already see some like room for improvement, but honestly, like, I still want to stay true to the team. Like, I think I have to like keep the Shakedown Heavies in there and the Reservoir, like Krakens in there as well. I think I have to. Alright, worst victim has been found. Hopefully it will be a flawless deck. Let's see. Okay. Honestly, not a bad start, considering like we don't really have that many like good 1-drops anyways. Start with an Underground River here. Alright, yeah, so the streets are saying mono blues played a lot in best of one. We should try to not play into their game plan too much, but we should also try to like get on the board. There's a couple of weaknesses to like mono blue in general. Like if you happen to struggle a lot versus mono blue, there's certain techniques that you can try, like get like an advantage against them. One of them is like getting on the board quickly. Literally, generally, up until like turn like 4 or whatever, after they start drawing a lot of cards, your creatures are usually safe. So I wouldn't play around counters that early on with creatures. Sorceries, instants, or normal creature spells, I would. Tenacious Underdog is like a fine creature. Like if this happens to be countered, I could still like bring it back eventually anyway if I wanted to, so. Alright. Considering curate, okay, fine. Also, another good trick versus mono blue is double spelling. This means that I would like to play the Shakedown Heavy here, or see if we can perhaps bait a counter out, anything of the sort. If anything, it means next turn we have Ledger Shredder and Underdog, and that'll be like a really good play for us. Alright, sweet. Yeah, the true downside here is Shakedown Heavy can attack. That's kind of like the awkward part for us. I don't think Shakedown Heavy is too great this matchup. Well, at least we're like fueling the hands. Like, cards we will draw. Like, we got that going for us. Sure. That's fair. Alright. At least doesn't look like a Djinn just yet. Could be that they're getting close to Tolarian Terrors. They're at 4 right now. So I'm pretty sure Terror could go in for 3, but they decide not to. Alright. We start with an attack. And then we're gonna try to double spell. But I do want to work with the Ledger, so I'm gonna start with Ledger Shredder, see what they do. If it gets countered, I'll just play the Underdog. And then we have like 6 points of damage on the board already, which usually is more than enough to try and beat mono blue early on. Alright, guess I don't counter it. Pretty good for us. So we get to connive. Or to the Rufine's Tower. Like, we don't really need that right now. Like, the tap line there is a bit too slow, even though I could cycle it. Sure. Alright. That's gonna be one cheap Tolarian Terror. And I think they have it. I think they have it too. I think they've been playing like they have it. Considering they haven't really countered anything yet and really focused on putting stuff in the graveyard. Oh, it's a Djinn. And a Terror. Alright. I think I'm gonna get rid of this Shakedown Heavy. It's not gonna do anything for me at the moment. Alright, this is what Spike said though. The Void Rents get rid of the Djinns. That's very like heads up. I didn't think Mono Blue was like that big of a deck in like best of one, but apparently it is, so we'll see, we'll see. However, Void Rend spell doesn't get countered, meaning we go around the ward cost for free. In an ideal world, Go for the Throat hits the Djinn. Right? Like, one of the only things that they can go around this is with a negate, or perhaps like a phase-out effect. I'm gonna try to get rid of the Djinn here. See how they respond to this. I'm assuming... Okay, negate's fine then. Sure. So, our plan didn't work out because it was specifically negate, but that's alright. We'll still get rid of the Djinn then. Exotic pets? We'll get rid of the Legend Shredder here. Purely because I want to see if the exotic pets are gonna like play out the way I think they'll play out. Anyways, I'm gonna go in for 6 here. They will probably block an Underdog. That's fine by me, don't really care. They feel the urge to attack, we just play this out. Ideally, I hit a land at the top here. I would have hoped that Void Rend would be able to hit the Tolarian Terror after they like phase out the Djinn or something, so then I could just attack with the Shredder and attack with everything, and like my clock would be a lot faster. Maybe a bit greedy in hindsight. Not that it matters too much, like I don't think there's ever a moment where I'm trying to cast Go for the Throat on the Tolarian Terror and pay for the ward cost and get away with it. We got a negate out there. That's good enough. Hopefully exotic pets will hit. Yeah, let's see, what was that? Scatter and slip out the back. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna try Tenacious Underdog here. Oh, really? It sticks? Alright. I mean, they're not winning here. I don't think. I think I could maybe have a really like fun turn with the undercover operative, just copying anything, but let's see. But about to say, like, they could be close to like dying with an attack, but alright, so Ledger Shredder, Shakedown Heavy. Ledger Shredder puts this underdog or connives that underdog away, so now it kind of like threatens like to attack. Maybe I should have kept my pets now, they would have gone in for 2, but it's a bit awkward, like... Still in a pretty good spot here though. The underdogs can put in some work. Ledger Shredder like kind of forces them to play a Djinn or bounce or slip out effect. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's see what we have here. 3 and 3. Okay. Fine, I'll do the Shakedown Heavy actually. Alright, let's play this. Void Rent, play Tolarian Terror. Obviously, we're not paying the ward cost. This cannot be countered anyway. Fine by me. Alright, so this is slipped out. We'll try the underdog. Get it right. Alright. Starting to realize now, this deck is very, like, much designed to beat mono blue, I almost feel. All the attackers and like blockers line pretty like well against it. Line up pretty well. Look at that fish. I'll attack with Shakedown Heavy. Yeah, mono blue just doesn't beat this. I don't think I played this optimally, but also like it's the first game with the deck, so I'm like slowly getting used to things. I mean, if I attack with the underdog here, there's just nothing they're gonna do about this. They need to deal with the they need to deal with the fish. They need to deal with the ledger. I can pay for that. They need to deal with the ledger shredder. Double underdog. Shakedown Heavy. Let's see what happens here. I don't think there's a way out for them. Not with 2 cards on hand. I mean, maybe one of them can be card draw, but... Sure. Double land. Still pings for 1. It needs to be another bounce on the ledger shredder. Okay, I guess they missed that one then. Sure. Probably a quick loss for them anyways, I think, so... Alright. That was a good game 1, but now it's time to see if we can improve things here. Spike also says here, I'm thinking I might need more control instead of straight removal in the form of maybe Wandering Emperor some counter spells, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't do that. Wandering Emperor is a very good card, but I don't feel like it's a card you just throw in everything. Also, like, look at the mana. It's a lot of double blue and a lot of double black cards. If you didn't also want to, like, bother yourself with double white, I think it could disrupt your curve more than it eventually ends up helping you out. I would definitely start with taking out the Hullbreaker Horror and the Undercover Operative. I don't think they do that much for what we're trying to like accomplish with this game plan. Same with the Vermin. Don't really see it. I'm not sure how to feel about the fish. Like, I feel like the fish are part of like the identity of the deck and what you're trying to do. So that part of me wants to keep them in here. On the other hand, it's a 3 mana, play 2 1/1 fishes. I don't know, like there's not really synergy with like the counters on it either. I can see us, I like Void Rent as a card, but I can see us going lower on the Void Rent and maybe higher on the cut down, just for like the efficiency of like the curve. Like this is supposed to be an aggressive deck that has like big boys to hold back. Like I kind of want to stick to like that aggression and try to really like use that to our advantage. I think I would probably get rid of the exotic pets to play the Rafines. Like, Rafine is just such a good card. If you look at 3 mana, the 3 mana slot, and you can choose between putting in Rafine or like exotic pets, I would just almost always want to pick Ravine. It's just stronger. I kind of want to keep Quasar in there because she did say that Quasar and Shoulder are besties, so I want to stay like true to that theme there for you. We're looking into some 1-drops that we have to find though. Some good 1-drops. Yeah, there's kind of one card that comes to my mind, and that would be Evolved Sleeper. Just by far like the best like 1-drop you can possibly like have in black. And I kind of want to stay true to like, for curve reasons, for mana like reasons, being able to not like get in positions where we cannot get on the board because, or like cannot curve out because our lands are like not working with us. I kind of want to stay in like black for that reason. All right, now let's have a look at the lands. Definitely like to 24. I would probably start by taking out the plains. I also feel like this list definitely needs some caves right here, and then maybe we can just completely kick the plains. I'd probably go to 3 here, probably even higher. Go lower on a swamp here. I'm also thinking, or I know something that's truly missing would be our legendary lands. We can definitely replace an island here or a Takanuma. We can technically play a Gonjo as well, which I would just always like kind of recommend doing anyway. Probably drop a Shipwreck Marsh here and go higher in the underground rivers. Like the Painlands are awkward. On the other hand, we have Lifegain and Shoulder and Quasar, and we're like an aggressive deck, so we won't suffer too much under it. Probably go lower in the caves here anyway. Alright, I think these are already some pretty good upgrades to the deck. In general, we've lowered the curve. We've, you know, added some good cards, good quality cards. Mana base has been fixed. I think we still have that game plan of the big boys and like the small like creatures. Yeah, I kind of forgot here that we are 25 lands. We need to go down to 24, so we have an extra slot available here for a card to play. Honestly, could be the 4th Ravine. Yeah, let's try the 4th Ravine up. Alright, let's try this deck out. Looks good. Looks doctored. Like, that's the thing, you know? I want to stay true to the original deck. Like, I could create a tier 1 deck here and basically, like, copy Esper Legends. But that's not what we're here to do. We're out here trying to, like, stay true to the theme and, like, upgrade an idea. Like, it is a known fact that the Kraken and, like, Shakedown Heavy are not necessarily tier 1 creatures. But this is what our client Spike wants to play, so obviously we will play it. So will it ever be as good as, like, Esper Legends is? No, it won't. But that's not the point. The point is we're out here trying to like up the win rate of this deck. And I think with improvements like this, that's what we're doing. So let's play another game here and see if we the deck feels better. I mean, that first win was already good, even though things felt a little clunky. Improve the curve and improve the mana base. And overall, like the quality of the deck. So that looks like a good curve. Mono red, interesting. Yeah, I got rid of Swifty. Get out of hand pretty quickly. Alright, we're already getting BM. That's looking good. In general, Shoulder will just... if they don't have their Rending Flames, like, stacked, Shoulder will just run away with it, like... One time for the one. Okay, let's see. We'll attack with the Underdog first, see what happens. Ledger Shredder... I was gonna say Ledger Shredder, ideally, I would play as, like, when I can fire another spell after it. Try and get it out of Lightning Strike range and turn it into a 2/4. At the same time, if we play Shredder now and Shredder maybe eats, like, another Lightning Strike, they won't be able to, like, 2-shot Shelly. Like, it won't be a play with fire Lightning Strike on it. She could survive longer and just run away with the game, so... Let's do that. We're going all in on Shoulder, which usually, honestly, versus Mono Red is like a solid strategy. So let's see. In general, we're like turn 4 here. Mono Red's only got us down to 17, so we're somewhat chilling. I'd be surprised if they happen to have like another Lightning Strike and play with fire to fire up on Shoulder Red. I don't think it happens. Yeah, and as expected, it does not. So that's good. I could Void Rent the Mech Warfare. I don't think I care too much about that right now. I think I'm just gonna slam Obliterating Bolt and let's turn this, like, look around. We're the one that will raise them, you know? Sweet. Curve is looking good so far. This shoulders could bait, like, eat up removal. We're fine with that. That's damage saved phase. Alright. Another underdog. Let's get it. Twinferno. In this economy. That is crazy. Alright, so they had the tools to kill Shoulder, but decided not to do it? Wow. They decided to die instead. Sure. We'll take it. Anyways, that is the classic gameplay of Shouldered versus Mono Red. As a Mono Red lover, I hate to see it. Alright, another game. Okay, so this is a little awkward, but we're playing triple color deck, so it's fine. Okay. So our curve is not really there, but we also have like 2 tap lands, so I guess it's okay. We have some powerful cards in here. Like, this is truly the big boy strategy that we're doing right now. Rafine feels a little awkward here, but still think Rafine fits in the list. Yeah, I'll start with this. Alright. Mono blue again. We'll play Shakedown Heavy first to draw cards. See if we can get like double spells going and like find our early creatures. Sweet. That's double spelling. Soonish. Soon. Not right now. Soon. Yeah, this reads to me like they have a counter. We'll take it. So I don't really need to double spell here because they tapped out. So I'm thinking maybe this is where we play the Reservoir Kraken and see if we can get some fishies. It's a tough card for them to deal with. It's a great attacker. They decide to tap it down. We get some 1/1s. We still have Ledger Shredder and Rafine coming up, which will be like my next play, I think. Try and get some more power down. Especially if this opponent decides to tap out like this. I mean, maybe they don't have a counter. Alright, let's do this. Ledger Shredder first. Into Rafine. We have 2 creatures with Ward, which is pretty sweet versus Mono Blue anyway. What do I value the most here? Shakedown Heavies or Revolve Seeker? Shakedowns can refill my hand, but Revolve Seekers can eventually do the same. I think I want creatures that can attack here, especially because the Revolve Seekers can get Death Touch too. This is gonna have to get tapped, meaning we get a fishy, and if they don't, we thrive. Okay, we'll take that. Rafine buffing like the Trampler is so good too. They can't pay for the ward cost, so if they're out here like wanting to play another Fading Hope, they are in trouble. Wow. If this is Slip... Yeah, Slip out the back doesn't really do anything here. We just trample over by 7. This is looking really strong right now. Go to the Shakedown. Thanks for the counter, bestie. Sure. Bunch of terrors. No, you can have it. Alright, I think I'm gonna start with go for the throat on Tolarian Terror and see what happens here. Could have maybe baited the double block, but sure. And we'll play the Evolved Sleeper here. Okay, we'll get rid of this. Alright, so either the Kraken gets tapped, which I'm like 99% sure they have to do. I guess they don't. So now it's a forced bulk, which, okay. You have to respect my opponent, perhaps Fading Hoping my Wolf Sleeper, right? On the way back. I think I'll go like this. Boost the Ledger Shredder. Okay, I'm gonna do the Underdog and the Sleeper to try and, like, threaten lethal, which forces them to block with the Tolarian Terror. Or die. Which really helps me out in case they had, like, a bounce and, like, a slip or something on my other creatures. Like, I don't have to die. Honestly, there's not a whole lot that Mono Blue can do here to get out of this. Don't know if I want to play Underdog here. Like, I'm currently lethal in the air. I still have my Wolf Sleeper going as well. I'm gonna just attack with, like, try to attack with everything, right? It's not as if on the way back they can kill me yet. Like, this is 12, not 14. Gonna be a bounce. Alright. Another bounce. Sure. I'll still attack with both here. Probably Ledger Shredder land here? I do want to get one counter on this. Still to just like threaten lethal. Exactly, that's forced block right now, so then we'll just we'll actually like use that right. There we go. Just so that on the way back we won't die. We can then play... I'll play Ledger Shredder here for another flyer. We're just slowly like removing their terrors. Putting them in a position where like they eventually just can't really have any good attackers. Alright, that's GG. We got them, boys. We got them. Love the Rapine up. Yeah, let's get the max knife values. A little PM. Sweet. Alright. Working well so far, like the win rate's there. We're winning. Game 3. Alright, that looks like a great curve. We love to see it. Pretty much like a mono black curve, but I'll take it. Really nice stuff. And a little bit of removal in there too. Wow. Okay. Maybe it's Jund. Play the little tenacious. This all art like slaps though. This Gruul. That's crazy. That's the one is a wild place. Can't say that I've really run into like any like mid-range decks like at all. It's usually just been like aggro. It's wild. Especially coming from like best of 3 and knowing how much like mid-range decks just dominate there. Holy shit, is this wolves? Damn. Can't believe I actually have to read what that does. Holy shit. Alright. Big blocker, small attackers. Let's see what we can do here. We play the shakedown heavy. Damn, this is wild. Full on like wolf tribal. A gamer. I mean, honestly, if like wolves would work anywhere, I would be in like best of 1 out of everything. Look at that pup growing. Another shakedown heavy. All right. Yeah, let's hit him with the attack first with everything. See what happens here. Shakedown probably remove that of combat, and then we can just draw a card. All right. Depending on how they block here, we could do Ledger, go for the throw. Perhaps on the pup. Play with fire. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'll save the sleeper here. I can get behind that. God, I almost saw my arena crash just now. Holy shit, any company. Scared for a second. Alright, they're at night, which is bad if they play the Storm Seeker. Arlen, holy shit. Gamers? Gamers. Anyways, I'll make it day again anyway, so. Wow. Alright. Shit. It's gonna go for the value here. Aura. Anyways, back to day. I'll do Shakedown face if we'll sleeper to Arlen, probably. Like, I don't want to give them a bunch of, like, 2/2s. Alright, sure. Well, our game plan's def working. Got that going for us. I could plus it and then, like, play them in, like, with flash, but we have, like, more double spells again. We just bring it back to day. I kind of just want to, like, trigger the connive from the shredder so that it kind of guarantees gets rid of the Arlen here. So we'll get rid of that Shakedown Heavy there. Yeah. Shredder and Shakedown and Sleeper Face. Shakedown probably gonna get removed from combat again, but we'll see. Yeah. Ooh, Quasar has shown up. Interesting, like baby Shouldered. Shouldered foreshadowing. Wonder if they can play something like good here. I don't know. Nothing. Wow. They must just have removal then or something. Look at this board though, holy. Some big attackers. Big blockers. This is exactly like how the deck's supposed to function. Successful deck doctor moment. Got rid of this one right here. Yeah, Gruul's just not gonna get through that. Like, their walls. Especially the Reservoir cracking like an absolute wall. Alright, gaming. Quasar, then we're gonna hit the cut down on the Stormseeker to trigger the Connive. Eh. Who's Quasar? Ooh, look at that baby Shelly. Baby Shelly. Alright, they're probably tapping that, so we get a little fishy. Fishy. I mean, I'm just gonna go in with everything, like... Draw a card, probably. Alright. Yeah, this is going perfect. Look at the Quasar trigger. What a board. Try and get out of that one. Roll canned. I feel like this might be like close to starter deck. Like an updated starter deck, so I feel a little bit bad, but maybe it's got something going for it. Best of one, I don't know. Quasar with the trigger. Should be GGs. Get rid of the Outland Liberator here. Play the Shakedown Heavy Tray to trigger the Connive, because then we have guaranteed lethal, or close to lethal, with the Ledger Shredder and the Fish. Works out. We could have also obviously like blitzed the underdog, but honestly we're just good here anyway. Doesn't really matter. What a board. Yeah, perfect like gameplay. Like this is how the deck should play, right? We'd love to see it. Quasar trigger, love this card actually. Pretty sweet. Alright, gamers. Well. A successful deck doctor moment. Yeah, I mean, if you are interested in the deck doctors as well, obviously this service is available through Patreon. The lowest tier can get it. Like, I have free Patreon like deck doctor moments as well, but like obviously if you want to get it through like a video or on stream, there's like a small fee for certain tiers, like something about like $2 to $3, so nothing ridiculous. And for all tiers, you could just send me a list through like DMs and I'll look at your deck for free and see if I can improve it through like text. So yeah, thank you Spike for you know, requesting this video and allowing me to upgrade and like deck doctor your list. It's really fun, but I would definitely keep it in best of one. It's an interesting take on Esper. It was a joy. Thank you all for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.